Hi guys. Hey Tori. Hi guys. Happy Sunday. Hi Tori. Good night everyone. How are you guys doing? How was your Sunday?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Big up on yourself, people. I'm not going with it. There in a place, go and chill, innit? Tory, big up yourself. Big up to everybody in the chat so far, you understand? There, I warm up on one cup soup, you understand? Give me a little time. There.
Tori done your nails already? Okay. You gonna put on a new set? Hold on guys. Guys, I guess we're waiting for the host to return. Hello, Servant David. How are you? Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So the topic is for both male and females. Why majority men crave marriage? Why majority women crave marriage and majority men don't? Thank you, Servant David. Yes, we're waiting on the host, guys. I do apologize. Oh my god. Survey David said because women are more emotional and listen to what others suggest to them, etc. Some men are opposite. Um, so you're basically saying women only want marriage because somebody suggested to them? That sounds a little sexist. Okay.
Now come up, Cassie. So,
Hey, Tori.
hi, honey. So, I wanted to answer the question. I believe that us women will more
Mhm.
likely want to get married because one, for myself, we're going to want that security that marriage offers because, as you know, it is a contract. It is a contract to say whatever the hell the frigging contract to say, but the point remains. I am going to preach this from now till thine kingdom come. A wife has more power than some little girlfriend or
Right.
some
That's it.
little baby mother. Me
Mhm.
cannot go into the bank and say, oh, I am such and such's girlfriend. I am trying to get a loan. Or I trying to buy a car. They don't give a fuck.
Hi, Mixmaster.
But you as a wife know, especially if you don't have a joint account, you can just go in there, go do whatever you need to do or whatever. And when it comes to especially children, most importantly, the court is going to be more in favor to say, well, sir, this is the child that you have with your wife. You know, you have an obligation to ensure that this child is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
While some little careless baby mother out there road, they just gonna get any anything. Honestly, in my opinion, that's what it is.
And I agree. Servant David is saying marriage is not security. So my question to you, Servant David, what is security to you? Do you agree with him, Tori?
This me not talk about security for say you're a man that me I talk about when it comes to finances and structure.
Paperwork.
Cause make you come fuck me up, you see. Me told the all the while, make me mad and that the man they fuck me up. When I done fuck up him life with all them sit down me have access to it, say, oh hey, gonna take you a long time for crawl back out.
Mixed Master said,
I'm
just
begging.
leaving for work. Just leaving work. Mixed Master said, Miss Tori and good night. Listen, um, me, I'll tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was in my 20s, I said, okay, I wanted to get married at a certain age, right?
Mm,
26 was 26 and 30 was my number. I say 26 come,
mm,
27,
mm,
28,
gotta get nervous
29.
now. Like, Jesus, why me not married
Big up
yet?
on yourself, people. Man, there. Tory, big up yourself.
And I'm like, okay, after I went through all that hurt and all of that drama, I
Now you
gave
hear
up.
me?
I literally, yeah, we're hearing you. I literally gave up on marriage. I was like, listen, me just tell myself, say, girl, not get married. Girl, not gonna be in the street for the rest of our life. When the kids them get old, and probably get some rabbit or some
Rabbit.
fish or look rabbits and stuff like pets. I was just like, maybe I want
What
that
about
come
a
to
puppy?
Abuja.
A rabbit?
Yeah, them don't make no noise. They just throw the leaf, get them. So what? I say, cover your business, okay? So, sometimes now I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Me remembering where I was coming from back in my 20s and early 30s. Even though I'm still in my early 30s, I was just like, okay, you never know. Some that's there at married because after a while, when a woman goes through a lot of hurt, them give up on relationship. Them give up all of that. That's just my opinion.
Because people right now, people just they just want to take the easier way out, you know.
But if you're in a relationship and you don't find that the person who you are dating, the person are feasible, like, come on, you're not gonna put yourself in that situation to be tied up with somebody where you know so this person gonna hurt you and I waste your time.
Then find something else.
No, it's not as easy as that. I mean, it's for women. We are emotionally attached. Hold on, Sarah and David said, I'm honest. So be sure when I ask anything, you're ready for honest answer. Security to me is God. I learned there isn't security people. Them fail you all the time. Hey, everybody is entitled to their opinion here. So, but in your previous comment though, listen to this. Servant David says, um, cause women because women are more emotional and listen to what others suggest to them, etc. Some men are the opposite. So, and to me, I don't believe that maybe because I'm a woman, but I don't believe that that's why a woman wants to get married. That's just me.
Me feel say because them a program from a little bit. Mister was
Hmm.
supposed to be a good wife.
Yeah.
From the get go, what them give with Dolly, them give with kitchen set, them tell you, oh, you must always ensure that you look like this and you be like this so that you can attract a
Hmm.
nice husband and a nice man. You hear them tell them to the little
O'Neill the
boy them?
fan.
No, all them says
Oh,
to the little boy them is probably over wash yourself and that's it.
Facts. Yeah, because I feel like look at the olden days though. Look at the grandmothers and great grandmothers, right? So they live a life knowing how to be only a housewife and nothing else. So what their parents taught them is what they're trying to teach us, and a lot of them don't even understand that we're in the 21st century where woman goes out to work, woman can be bosses and still be great mothers and great wives. So to a lot of the older people, them what we're doing now is so new to them. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on.
That's why I find it so strange. I've said it today earlier on my life, but I don't know if it's the Jamaican in me or the little hurt girl in me. But just cannot sit down on my house and I'm yard and
Hold on,
not do
guys.
nothing at all. Because you see, even when I just moved here, the hairdresser that I used to have, she would ask me, oh, like, how long have you been here? And what I tell her, so well, I think at that point it had I don't think it had been a year yet. She's like, so you managed to get the apartment and a job and everything already, and then know people who have been here for longer and are already married and probably in a relationship or them probably unhappy and they still can't get a job. I'm like, that's them. I am me. I am not going to come here, come married some man just for look of security. When that man want beat me left, right, and center, me I go do. Me not know if I go. Me must sit down there and take it. No. But make sure some come. But sister, all right, me need some money. I must start apply to jobs everywhere, everywhere. It's like every other day, me I tell me, mom, me have an interview. Mom, me tired, she come home from work. She happy to say, yeah, me I try to get a job, but at the same time, she was frustrated to say that she didn't really want to be driving me around because, she come home from work, she want to sleep. Me know, Mr. Alright, cool. Me need to find a job. What are the jobs that are in this area? I need to find an apartment. How much for an apartment? So I get the job, how much is the pay? How much we getting after tax? What is health insurance? What do I have to pay for? What is my rent? What is my food? Do I need to take the bus to get to work? Sit down there, calculate all of them something there, and you put one foot in front of the hour, and I in front of the and hit the ground running. I come, I get the local work, I find an apartment, when I pay for the
Hmm.
first month's rent, and then I say, all right, cool girl, Me not even get the job yet, you know. Me get this for some of the orientation. Me say me make sure say me get that job here because my mother don't pay for the first month's rent. Me need to make sure say me have the next month's rent. And that is what I did before me know it at 2 years gone. So what the hell are these other young ladies doing who are coming up here yet about, oh, you cannot find a job and oh, you're just going to go marry some guy and have him take care of you. Like, no. No,
I
no. Especially
it
if you're married on like a workless man out the road, that's even worse. Cause now you there with this like a man where wear him pants on him weight and then bottom and him just a smoke and him doing his drugs. And I just don't understand why women find that stuff attractive because there was even this girl at the call center.
Chinese.
This said the boy I beat her. I understand say
Mm-hmm.
you him beat her, you beat him back. But at the same time, he's not treating you good. Why you keep on going back? Oh, the sex is good. So the sex means you can come and work with a breast lip and a black eye.
I cover it up with makeup.
And he's not even the father of your child. So what about side you have to do there take it for? I could understand, not even understand. I could feel a little bit of something if he's your baby father. Cause you know, yes, you want to stick around for the children. Cause all we
Mm-hmm.
go to the little something they say, you know what, they can see how much you can put up with for the kids until they say, fuck this, me can't take it no more, yeah, left. But it's not even your baby father. Where you sit down there take the beating for?
Facts. I think that it has to do with low self-esteem.
Me
A lot
know
of
my self-esteem not all that time, but me just not put up with them something there. After me not use this, here's another thing. I think the other thing is the fact that I did not see my mother getting beat by anybody. Maybe that's why. Me never see them something there. I see my mother at work and I make sure the food at the house and things taken care of. I also let me see my grandmother go to church. So it's either you go church or you go work or you go church and you go work. That's it. Me not use if it's no man, if you say you answer to no man, maybe that's why I cannot answer to no man. Because all
I
the
ain't
men in
still
my
uncut.
life, we're not answering to any men. Them put them on them in them place. That is what I would always
Big
say.
up to
So
everybody in
maybe
that
that's
chat. I
why I
don't
am the way
mind.
that I am.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, when it comes down to work, a lot of people, if the job is not paying them $20 an hour, $30 an hour, whatever, they don't want it. So they look at the job, them know them not gonna do it, but they don't understand that.
You take where you can get a little better pay
Exactly, that
because
that was what I was gonna say. People nowadays, people they want high western. Nowadays, people they just, and this is my opinion. Um, when they come here
Big
or
up
come
yourself first time.
to America, they just think that it's a bed of roses. I just think that America is all about shopping and whatever illusion them say, whether on social media or whatever the case may be.
I'm telling you, there's something want to sip on TV and I saw it go. When I see them YouTube with nice apartments
Mhm.
and pool. That's why I see so much of them in the video because they are roommates because otherwise they couldn't afford it.
Facts.
They cost money. That's why you see the favorite YouTubers and you always see the people doing it together and they show you the apartment because them rent it together.
Facts. You know that when I literally had my second son, I started working at McDonald's. Right? A lot of people don't know McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's. Within maybe almost a year, I was a trainer. And I went all the way up to assistant store manager. When me I manage store, me I make schedule, all of that stuff. I'm doing inventory. Like I was the go-to person. You understand? And people don't understand that at that time in my life, to me, it's just whatever I could have get. Because guess what? I have two children under the age of, was it under the age of 2 at the time? No, no. Under the age of 5. Let's say under 5 because I can't remember the age range. Under the age of 5, one in a pull-ups, one in a diaper, and a girl alone to do it. So I had to figure out a way. Listen, me have to get some money. Me have to pay for it. I lived in California at the time. So, California, anybody will know California is very expensive. Me have to pay rent because I had my own place and stuff like that. Me never get no help like, oh, some people them come up and all of that stuff. No, you understand what I'm saying? So I had to I just think that, it's nothing wrong with getting married to someone and coming up and, making a better life and stuff like that. But sometimes just watch and see who you're getting yourself entangled with. That's just my opinion, right? You have to be independent enough to, you know, hit the ground running by yourself. If you find somebody along the way that can motivate you and push you to do, whatever needs to be done, then that's good, fine and dandy. But I'm just saying, like, me don't know. The father people, them, some of them say them can't find no job. That's something that just irritate my soul. That's just my opinion.
Them eye like their eyes are closed because because even you know that the somebody will tell you about to them. I always a talk about want to make a little money up so I don't have to rely on this person for money. I send her the link for the job when me have. I move from $15 hour to something that was 15, 60 and to 117 and them something there. So me I say here what
Yeah.
yes, I have a look so-called associates degrees allegedly. No problem. If you even go to hospital at
Mm-hmm.
the same like a 17, $15 you go get because of what you study. Because of local
Yeah.
qualification what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in your yard, which you're already doing. Use your internet, which you already have. And they're going to
Mm-hmm.
give you the equipment. See the back of me? Everything that you need to do the job from home. From
Mm-hmm.
home. Did she call?
No.
Yeah, boss, you know no money. You have to depend on this man for whatever reason. Me give you the links. All you need to do is make the call. Or give me a name or your email. I must type it in and send it in. You can pick up the equipment and that's that. You tell them say, all right, you know what, work nothing less than $15. Them only give you a job where you $15. You want because after my last contract where I was working for $15, I said I want something where pay me more. What them do give me something where pay me more.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was even one position for 1850 and I
Yeah.
don't know what happened, but I didn't get the call for that because they submitted my name for that and I was not hearing back. So what me get the next one that was just a little bit less. So if you want a job, the job is there. And
It's
what
yeah.
can
It's
I tell
yeah.
you? Me not get no wally pa call. Nobody not call me, not cuss me in my ears. So me I tell you say I keep getting lucky. The contracts that I am doing are very, very, very simple. If me get 20 calls a day, I lie me I tell. And me I get my money every week just the same. So if you're gonna tell me say, oh, you cannot find a job, your eye must lack.
Mm-hmm.
Because me
Listen,
I
I
tell
must
you,
say this. Me, very lucky with getting job, and I am a very good learner. So it's like I can see you do something, and I can literally copy you what you do.
Please, now, right now, check the comment section for me there. Big up on yourself, everybody in the chat. Don't know anything, go. So, now just at the topic, so the topic why women crave marriage and why majority women crave marriage and majority men don't. What do you think about that?
because them not
Understand?
preach the marriage like we are preaching marriage.
Yeah,
Them not
Tory said them
submit
not
you
preach
to
it.
find a wife. We
Mm-hmm.
are grown up telling us that we must be ladylike or we must say
Mm-hmm.
sex is sacred and you must only be having sex with your husband and you must get married. Everything for the woman, you must get married and you must be obedient to your husband and love your husband and take care of your husband. And what the hell are they telling you, boys? Are they telling you guys to love your wife and cherish your wife and take care of your wife and all of them something? They know. They're not even telling you to get a wife.
Yeah, man, I'll say it depends on which home you grew up in, because me can tell you that was said to me. You
Maybe in a year
understand?
one, but the rest of them them need them never have the mommy the way you have. Or whoever grow you.
No, and not only the mommy is have the man. Yeah, that's why most men grow up with love for female like that. And so have a whole about female because them grow up with them mother and them mother say, oh, you know what? Them mother teach them, what she can teach them. But where's the man? And every woman have their little side where can. And every no woman cannot teach a child what a man can. You understand? They can give them so much and no more. They can even try to substitute for the man, but they'll never be. You understand? Likewise, a man will never be a substitute for a woman. You understand? Each individual are given, you know. a certain responsibility that is inevitable to teach a child.
Did
So
you
that's
have
why
your
most
father
women,
growing up or a father figure in your home?
yes, I did.
Okay, that's where you lucked out.
Yeah, because a large percentage of us did not grow up with a mother and a father in the household. Some of us grew up with grandparents and, you know, all the
Check the
above. Hold
comment there
on,
for
one second.
me.
Still say good night, everyone. So, David Love. Bad guy Western said Miss T, right there. So Western said men don't want their friends to say their pussy whooped. Point blank. Period. Facts. Charlie Payne said hello, everyone. Jamaican Miss Master said woman forget good loving. Right there. So I like that comment there. But it's just I just feel like what about them? What about some of these men, right? That can you have man who are gold digger too, Let's just put it out there. You have some of the man them just want to marry because they want to be in a run a certain type of crowd or a certain lifestyle and so it kind of go vice versa. I don't know. And you have men that have really low self-esteem as well.
I
Share out the
think
life
you're
for me then.
talking about
Share out the life.
older men,
Like
because
up a
we
life.
can't
Like
talk
up a
about
life.
them. The little young one them now at Jamaica we just want to find one little woman up here. So I can understand them money. But I can't the little old age one them here table.
Hey, one thing we can say, it's very technical, but I think it's religious. Religious. It's for religious reason. You understand? So if you are taught properly in your religion, which is if it's a Christian religion, or you have even a bit of it in your mind, you will know that. Listen, you have to marry, you have to, you understand? Do such and such and have such and such and treat your wife such and such. But majority men was not grown that way for even say, well, and the mother tell them say, you want me, you soon find a, find a wife, find a woman. The man not there around for say, yo, you tell you this man, if you find a wife, man, we can tell you, you find the world. You understand? Go out there and find the world. You find a wife, you find everything you want. They not have the encouragement, they not have the drive, they not have the push. You know what I'm saying? So it's very much, it now come to me why majority women crave it and majority men don't. Or maybe man do it and them just hide it. I don't know.
What? Some crave marriage and
Yeah, yeah, and just hide from it. I don't know. Maybe.
I would
I
say this.
noticed that.
Go ahead,
Go
Tori.
ahead. Go ahead, attitude. Go on.
I would say most Jamaican man them have that gallus mentality. If you don't have two, three, four, five gal, and not say nothing, right? So it just comes back down to one how they were brought up, and the influences that they have grown up. That's just my opinion. Women know how we are in our head growing up. When you get a husband, you need to learn to wash, cook, clean. Because trust me, when I was 11, 12, and onwards before I came to America, that's how my grandmother beat me in my head. If you learn to cook, can your husband I go box you with dirty jars? And yeah, I got all of them saying
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Yeah. Why did we all hear that? I remember like your house
listen,
cleaner or the helper cause you can't cook and clean.
you
And she go come
understand?
cook for your man for you. And
Yes,
if
yep.
you're not S the D, then you get yourself you might go she go come suck for your man.
Hmm.
Oh, that's it.
So I
But you're
just
not
feel
gonna
like
them push
this
the man them
tradition.
said.
Just, it's if you not do the do.
Even
You
now, I
have a
don't
good
know
to
if ever
do.
gonna come say, yeah, right, this so. So I
Watch
just
out,
think
look.
it's tradition, though. That's just
Mm.
my opinion. And Jamaican men are known to be jealous. I love a wally pop bag of woman. So they don't want to be tied down. So when they say I want married man, people just look like, brother. I've heard the saying, One boy said to somebody, say, brother, I want pum pum me tell down with for your rest of your life, you know. Oh, you go angle that. I've heard it all. Trust me. Charlie Pin said, to be honest, I blame generations before us with this. Yeah, it's all come back down to generations. Generations are the one that mess up our head. But we can't really blame them because it's what their parents taught them. So they just think that that's the right thing.
Where do you see that comment? I don't see it.
Charlie Pin, Jamaica Miss Master say, yes, full of women have to learn to cook. Me not say woman can't learn to cook.
Ha!
I listen, I don't say woman can't learn to cook. Woman supposed to learn to do everything. Woman to learn to do things what man do too. So if a man a shake themselves, and you ask the man for do something, one or two times and the man act like him don't want to do it, you can do it for yourself. I believe in, trust me, woman, I believe in independence, period.
I mean, some of us don't even have a choice, especially if you live by yourself. Like when I first came here, yes, I could call the people downstairs for certain repairs. But any other little things suppose more like a TV mount and more put up on picture. Me have to make sure say I go buy up my little drill and climb up and drill in my curtain myself. Cause that is not
Mm-hmm.
something you can call maintenance for. Because all the
True.
holes that are in this house, wait, wanna see curtain put up, I may screw in the wall of them. You think some
Fact.
can call handyman to come screw hole in the wall and then charge much money? No
Yeah.
more. What's the thing? So me, I
Fact.
don't one of them like a butter and American people that would decide say, oh, I'll just call the handyman. Cause when me hear them all say them pay the handyman $100 for screwing the look it tool look all on the wall and hang up the camera. I'm like, ma'am, it is something very simple. I did mine. I promise you, you can do it. All you're doing is you're gonna take it out of the box, you pick up the little bracket,
Yeah, with
and you just screw it
instruction.
in. That's it. It's just it not going to fall down. I promise you. I have one on my apartment door. It was
Fact.
there for a whole year. It not drop. Like I have to ask my husband. I live alone. I don't know how to do that. You don't know if it take one screwdriver on screen. Well, lady, come out from my phone.
So
Yeah.
that woman have buffan, yeah? Let me
Come out
just
from
say
my
that.
phone.
Them just let me tell you something. My kid's bunk bed came, right? And me sit down, read it, fix up the bed one at a time, say it backward. I'm gonna pull it back down and put it the right way. Hold on. Bad guy said that people still I get oh she's asking a question. People still I get STD in a 2021. Girl, me don't know coming I have none.
Of course
Jamaica
they are
Miss
because people still go like so them allergic to condom.
listen, man. That's a whole different story, my love. Jamaica Miss Master say yes, full and spin on the body as well. Me can't bother. And that you are mixed master, that your wife though?
Gymnastics. She can do the 24 up and
Yeah.
down the 24.
West Church say, me grow up in an era where one man breed two sister or two cousins and it's accepted as normal. So the boys grow up with people that say, boy, your daddy was a gallus. That will make the boy want to be one too. True. What on there? One man breed two sister?
I feel like I'd seen that
What?
story. I feel like something is something similar to that in either the Star Gleaner or something one time.
Hey, I want to blow all this. Hi,
If it's
bullseye.
not, that is something similar to that. And I'm like, mommy, you know, say your daughter. You have to me say you never know. No, I think it was the breed him sister or him sister them. And I'm like, mommy, how you sit down in the house and you never see nothing, you never hear nothing like your two daughter them breed from them brother and you don't notice like
Cause it's normal. Like I wonder. Like if I had the chance, I would love to go back in time and see how they grew up. Like I wish that was something that I could have, could have done. But because it's like sometimes their mentality to certain things, they just bypass it. They them see, but they don't want to deal with it, right? Bullseye said, Papa Jesus, if you're not busy, come check on Mixmaster. Charlie Pin said, that's why I blame generations. Facts. Mixmaster said, Jesus Christ, this is serious. Mixed Master said, Bullseye, bless up myself. Bullseye said, hey, hello, attitude. I Bullseye. Let me tell you something.
Them thing there mash up head man, man, to the straight. Yo, for one brother, I breed. No, sir, no. That
And
no.
I think the
Kill it, them not depend. That
crying. I'm likely the way you come back to Ifa. Cause there's no way in hell you never know to say that to them pregnant. Because
I
first of
think
all, I'm sure they had to be going on their cycle. And now you are by the pad and they sitting them say never realize in a pad now using a pad now by.
facts.
You know, to say your daughter start smell a certain way, cause you know, so when you start go through puberty, look at titty come in, look order that you never notice nothing. Hmm? You never catch the brother, yeah, them a look pan her too hard because you're going to notice some things.
Hi, Teacher P. Teacher P said, hello, O'Neill. Fulla, Miss Tia, everyone in the chat. Teacher P said, hello,
big
Mix
up yourself.
Master.
Big up
Little
yourself.
at Bullseye TV. Teacher P said, hi, Bullseye. Teacher P said, hi, Still Cut. Jamaica Miss Master said, hi, Teacher P. Still Cut said, hey, Teacher P, hey.
Big up yourself,
Charlene.
still.
Teacher P said, Charlene, hi. Bad girl, hi. Let me tell you something. I just feel like, you know what? For that, if that happened in our household, she closed her mind off. That's just my opinion because there's no possible way you're gonna know say your son is doing this to your daughters and you not. You just turn a blind eye.
The worst ones is when it's the stepfathers or the boyfriends.
Let me tell you something. The other day, I had to go to Florida to work, right?
Mm,
And I had to go manage a restaurant for a
mm,
little while.
mm,
And the store manager that I had, she's from some Spanish country or whatever. And she came to me and she said, um, her daughter is mad at her because her daughter was also working at the restaurant as well.
mm-hmm.
And I was telling her because I was having a little bit of problem with her daughter. Her daughter was like she liked to start trouble because she knows her mother is, the store manager and all that. So she feels like that she's entitled. So I was having troubles with her, especially when she was on my shift. So whenever I position her, it's like she had back talk and stuff like that. So I called her mom and I'm telling her mom what's going on. And she
Pick up in there. How
hmm
old was she?
oh, the little girl,
Yes.
she's 17. She was 17. It was just last year.
Is she rice skinned?
hmm
Crassus, let me see. Look at entitled brat. I go on now.
Anyway, she said to me, said she was dating a guy
Mm,
for about, from the daughter was about 5.
mm.
And she said up until the age of 5, when the boyfriend that will be it, him always make the little girl be with him.
No.
Hold
Fuck
on,
no.
back up now, hold on now.
Not a
Hold on, my mind
bastard.
now. Me start get ignorant now, no, come it's like, how dumb can you be to make your little daughter at 5-year old on growing on up beard with your boyfriend? Anyway, I'm not saying no, I kind of keep my comments to myself. And she said, when I went to the store, it was like maybe it was a month ago or maybe a couple of weeks prior to me going to the store. Her daughter came to her and started crying, say, the man has
That's
been
the child
raping
here.
her. Me say, me look pan the woman, Tori, me want lick off her head off her body. First of all, you're supposed to be the child. You're supposed to bathe your child, a girl child. That it's not a boy child. Not saying we're not supposed to bathe our boy child, but that's a whole different story. But especially that's a girl child. She's 5 years old. What a man could have sip on a 5-year-old pitney? You and the man are sleep together, and the man still a go to a 5-year-old child and up to age of 17. Yeah, you lost your mind.
Wait, even as she's 70,
Even as she's 17, because prior to me going to that story, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks, the little girl broke down and told the mother.
So you're telling me this mother allegedly never noticed anything?
Never noticed anything.
You never hear no sounds, you never come home early one day and them move funny?
Listen, but this is my opinion. Some woman, them take up some man and them just lego them picnic with the man.
Did she even seem remorseful?
No, she just seemed like, oh my god. Her face expression to me was like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Dummy. He has what if between him of a prick. She has a vagina. What do you mean? Like him see her when her breasts are bust. Like we never like remember about it. I swear. I
I
Listen,
am
you
looking
see,
from them
and not
on
every man
both
a
of the
man, man.
road.
And not every man a man. Who that? Somebody have come up.
that's been hello.
We
That
are going.
Hello. Good night.
Good
Not,
night.
not. It is.
Uh, um, who is this person? Misty?
Miss T.
Hi.
Hi, hey,
Good
what's up?
night.
Good night.
Yeah, you asked a question, a very interesting one, if the mother never noticed. Trust me, those kind of things you're not going to notice, especially if the man done it before.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to notice. Some of them know to hide, and some of them, they threaten the child. So you as a mother, you have to open your eyes and notice things, but not every mother notice because children know how to hide at a very young age.
But I'm sure you must know your child and know, so for instance, your child always happy. All of a sudden, your child just
You sad.
depressed and don't want
Yeah.
go nowhere and don't want nothing and them barely taking care of themselves because that is something that you cannot hide.
Now you hear
Especially
me?
as a young child, you don't know how to hide it.
Now you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, talk.
Hold on,
I'm
let me check out these comments here. Give me one moment. Charlie Pin said Tisha P. Mixed Master said woman for know themselves as well. Charlie Pin said this crap start way back in Africa to be honest.
Hmm.
Teacher P said that's crazy. Bullseye said Mixed Master that's nothing, bro. I caught mother and daughter. What? I caught mother and daughter. What it was not planned. The daughter gave me the bakery and the baker. What? And the shop of bun.
Me
And the
confused too
mom
at first.
and the mom tricked me to do something in her room. Jesus. Bullseye said, still I'm cut, baby. Teacher P, respect. Bullseye said, Miss Master, I am not proud of it though, bro. Torian said, Bullseye, was she legal? Go ahead. I don't even like remember about it. And it's like she seemed so nonchalant. Like she seemed so
It seems
nonchalant.
like she don't care. It's like she's, well,
That's the vibe that I got from
he's
her.
sleeping with her, but he the bills are paid, and
So the
we're
mother
fine.
okay this then.
The car payment is paid, so I guess it's okay. Like, yeah, it's even exchange. He can have her, and then the car is paid. I mean, did she have a car?
Of course, girl, she don't drive the 2021 Lexus, my love. Body do up and so.
And there you go. She a exchange her daughter for all her something them, obviously.
Wow.
Unless she's just very good at hiding her anger, and she go beat out in daylight when she go home. I
No,
don't know.
I did not see any.
I
I
doubt
was,
that. I
yeah,
doubt that
rubbish.
because
no.
that is happening too long for she to not notice still. But I doubt that she will do that now. I feel there was some form of arrangement towards this still, personally, to how
Alright,
you're explaining it.
alright, tell you what. You see, because me have daughters and all, me can't even remote even
You
imagine
can't hear
that
you, the
life.
fun.
So because I
Because
have daughters now, I can't even try to even think about it because it's only going to make me upset. You understand? And being upset is not really the right way to go about it right now. It's just have to sit and think and, be strategic and understanding and, be alert, be vigilant. You understand? But that being said, I am not sure how is that, a child, that, it's it could have been yours, because the child is not that old for you to say, well, all right, the child could have get up in the league. So you understand? It is a potential, it's a possibility, and then you're going to do that to a child. How you cannot feelings for a child of that age and size? You understand? That is ridiculous.
But then when she was explaining it to me, she was like, whenever he's ready to take a shower, him call the child and say, come, like he just said, come beard yo. Come time for go beard. And she can't go shower with him,
Wait,
And
what?
you didn't see that? That's a like, oh my
So
god.
when she wanted, so is it that the guy doesn't let her shower with him at all, or is it that whenever he's showering with the child, he does not want her there?
No, whenever he's what how she explained it was whenever he's gonna take a shower, him say like, okay, like and I say, all right, Sarah, come we go bed.
That's them thing there, yo. I swear, yo, mechanic,
And you're
yo.
telling me that the man has said that, and you know, priest say, yo, I'm a daughter. No, I don't care if our daddy.
Watch this,
Like,
watch this, watch
no,
this. I don't
Is
even
her
be.
biological father?
No, it's not.
no, I'm not a
No.
boyfriend.
Mm-mm.
Listen, I don't even beat my daughter. I've done it. I'm sure beat my daughter when she did smaller. But may I tell you, I don't even like doing it. You understand? You know why? Because more of my daughter have that sense of pride and that confident. That you know, they must say, "Oh, I know you're a father. You don't trust yourself." It's not a case of just don't trust. I trust myself 100% in my daughter, but I'm very protective. I want you to have it in her head. I want you to say, "Oh, my daddy beat me and way. So if I'm next man say, oh, mom beat her,
But
I'm in our next
but
relationship.
you as the father though who instill it in her to make her know. Say, yeah, me
Yeah.
bathing you is fine if I'm not obviously if you're not do certain things. So you probably always especially they reach a certain age, you just want to them in stress them and wash properly. You help them wash the back and say, all right, and you wash it now and you explain how them to do it so they can learn to do it themselves. You ever let them know the good touch and the bad touch just because the age you don't mean say any other man can bathe you. No, no, so it work.
Yeah, may I tell you, but let me just show you how much me did very cautious of. Because, you see, me never, me see them things that happen in the past with people, and it, it just boil up my blood. Me just have this urge for very violent. Me get very violent in my mind. Yeah, so all of me can't play it out. And if it's not my place to play it out, the violence, it just like it play over and I made a man say, yo, German, for the devil, me, Father God, and I beg for the position, in the position if I deal with the person at that time. But watch this. I'm sure music, kiss my daughter on the lips, like, mwah, mommy, mwah. When your baby and grow up, you kiss them on the lip. My daughter, she reach the age of almost 2 or 3, and me kiss her on the lip and she stick out her tongue. From that, I don't kiss my daughter on the lip. I could have been honest, I don't kiss her on her lip. Every time I kiss her, is it I kiss her on her jaw, on her forehead. You understand? Me afraid that man I even try remotely try them things with my daughter comment. The ignorant bad man. Me not think twice. All if I'm mistaken, me not think twice. The anger will take over me. I'm very protective over my own. Worse the females in my family for now. A boy try to tell my niece, sister, um,
Teacher P said the mother allowed the boyfriend to bathe her daughter. That's wrong to begin with. Let me tell you something. So what them woman them only care about what the man I give them financial wise and when the man I give them sexually. That's just facts. They don't care about anything else.
let me tell you, man. Some the marriage when people married and all of them not married and in a relationship and going in a marriage or in a relationship with a child, whether it's an well, most majority time it happens, and if the woman going into a relationship with a child. You know, the man with them perverted mind. Some of them, you know, that's where it goes wrong, all wrong. You understand? I don't know where the idea, the feeling, I don't know where it come from on the man perspective because we can even speak on the man in behalf like, for them the case there because it just paid my heart to even hear it sometimes. You understand? Not sometimes all the time. I don't see why a man should even remotely think about a child like that. That's why I say kids, them are come with him to the world and them are come be the keeper of us. Them are take care of us until we gone and them take over and to them generation and so forth, so forth. So it's very disturbing to hear all them things there. But in the words of me, it is what it is, but there is something that needs to be done. And that is it's not going to be easy. If I have one at a time, saving one at a
Does
time,
it smell good
somebody
to
can
you,
do.
Lee?
Somebody can do it one at a time, isn't it? Just notice something one at a time, one. It makes a difference. Might
But
can
also
save
for
everybody.
boys, also
Huh?
for boys, little boys, you have to be
Yeah.
careful with them. Even
Mm-hmm.
although you have to be careful with them because those you don't hear too much, like the girls, but they're there.
Let
They're
me tell you
there.
something. When my kids used to go to daycare, right? I used to
Mm-hmm.
explain to them the good touch and the bad touch. It's in time they come home. What happened that me question them, you know.
True.
Sons are 10 and 11. But no, and me, I have a 5-year-old daughter. They don't go to daycare no more because I work from home. And anybody touch your hair, anybody touch it, then sometimes them used to laugh after me. And I was like, Mom, no. And I'm like, okay, just making sure. Like, ask them. Like, you have a question, opinion, you
Yeah,
have to spend
true. But
time
you have to
with
know how to
them.
approach them also. If you
Mm-mm. My
do
kids don't
go,
know me rob and cha-cha, so they laugh after me. Them laugh. No, because I believe, listen to me. This is what I believe. Me growing up, my parents shelter me from a lot of stuff. Like they never really put it out there, you know. And as an adult, you know, me hear people talk certain ways. That's how I learned because I had to go through the hurt in
I
order to
agree.
learn. You understand? And I told
Mm-hmm.
myself that whenever I have children, it will never be like that. You understand? So me try to tell my kids I'm rabba and cha cha. Like I'm really transparent and honest with them,
Mm-hmm. But I
right?
know
To make
certain
them know.
people, that is true. But I know certain people because of their approach, they don't say anything. You have certain children, not all. You have some children, if you know how to approach them, they speak. But some of them, children, they know how the mother is. If the mother find out certain things, I afraid my mother kill this person now. I afraid, yo. I can't tell my mother this, Jay. You can't tell my mother this. I say, you have to. You ever, yo, Charlie, you ever see my mother, yo? You ever see her? I can't tell her that, boy. It's sometimes
What
because
could
of
they
that
tell
approach.
their mother?
Huh?
What couldn't they tell their mother?
Say like their boyfriend touch them or so forth or some mothers more love their boyfriend than their own child. That's
Mm,
sad.
yeah,
That
that's
is a
facts.
sad reality. And especially if you as a mother and daughter don't have that mother and daughter relationship, it's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard. Trust
Hmm.
me, I see it a lot of times. So some of them, because they're like an instance now, they know the father is a bad man, the mother is a bad man. They used to walk with gun and they don't afraid to shoot anybody who touch their children. They don't want the mother to go to prison and all those things. I actually saw those things. So that's why they don't want to tell when certain things happen to them. Because I saw because of a father rage and how he is, his daughter couldn't tell his father what has been happening to his house with her uncle, sorry. And it's a sad situation. So that's why I'm saying you have to be careful of how they approach. And if especially they know what kind of mother you is or what kind of father you is. Well,
So
It's
you
not
said
right,
they
but
stay
yeah.
there and suffer because you're afraid to your parents will go to jail?
Yeah, you have lots of those things happening. I saw them and I really saw it. It's sad, it's very sad, but I see it happen. Some of them love their parents so much you don't want to see them in prison. I could understand, I could relate to that, but you have to tell them the truth. I always push them to say, tell your parents the truth. If your parents want to kill that person, that's on them, that's not on you. So stop putting that guilt on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't, some of them are so scared. I saw a girl because of that. She father went to prison twice and she was so scared.
She was what?
So scared. Her father went to prison twice and he came out, but it happened while the father was in prison, and you know if her father get to hear about this, that's a next third imprisonment again, or maybe life in prison. I'm sure how long
Major.
the story goes. So I don't know. I don't know how that story end up. I don't know the outcome of it, really. But I hope she did get help. I hope she did tell her parents or auntie something.
I highly doubt it.
Yo, hey, all I can say is, listen, we just have to be more vigilant and protective of our loved ones and stuff. And try to ask the questions. Don't because it look all sparkly. You understand? You call it diamond. You understand?
True.
You
Mm-hmm.
just ask, is it a diamond? You understand? Check it. It's a diamond. Do the necessary checks we need to do. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just take it for what it is. Cause if I should go into if back then, as we can tell you, all kids, any relationship I'm a barging at. Because me never have none for myself. I'm a barging at. Them kids always love me, call me uncle or whatsoever. You know what I say? So the thing is, me love kids. And to see people that deal with them way there, it make my heart full. And me just think violently against them. And sometimes they don't really deserve it because sometimes how them grew up, innit? Is what them see. So people pass up a lot to do with them how them grow up. And them I get the blame because they're old enough, but you do not know if them get if they were taught, that way to be, to differentiate the wrong from the right in that way. You're not knowing that. You understand? 'Cause we can't just judge and say, yeah man, them parents must teach them right from wrong.
Yeah.
You can never say that because you ain't know nothing about them life. You're frightened for your hear about all some people life and say, you know, I mean think me to go through something bad. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no star, me just yo. And you feel all bad. But that's not the case. You should always try to ask questions. You never try to judge a book by the cover, judge somebody based on what you see. Because them can go through it and choose to be, the better person than the worst.
Yeah, all right.
You understand? We're going to chat them, mama.
Teacher Pizza, so true. Teacher Pizza, you did the right thing for the right this. So Teacher Pizza, parents should teach their children about good touch and bad touch. King JR said Teacher P and Paula. Big up yourself, JR.
Yeah, man. So,
One thing I hate about right now is
mhm.
I'm seeing a lot of the parents putting all the blame on school. That school, especially when it comes to sex education, that school is not teaching them this, that, and the third. Like the school is there as a way to facilitate good communication, probably teach little extra maths, some history and all them something there.
Mm-hmm.
The geography, all of them something there. But when it comes to doing right certain things like right from wrong and the like when I see people getting pregnant right now from the ages of 10 to 16 and them having cell phones, being on Instagram, posting all these adults looking pictures because they're married, and you're going to tell me that you didn't know anything about the condom. If you can be posting these pictures on the internet, watching all these YouTube videos, what stops you from knowing how to have safe sex? or how to be safe. Like, why you not Google them something there too?
All right.
Google Nyala Loy.
Yeah, cause sometimes the age of the thing, when it internet in your device and whatnot, you not allow certain things, But me I tell you, it must show still that. It must show that still mistake. Me not lie to you. That must show. Cause that is not only for all pitney where I grew up now, them I teach that in a class and all these things.
Because me did Google them something there. Because me forget it read me which class.
You know what I'm saying?
Me
But
never
Miss
thought let me do it Texas. It program the married when I'm supposed to marry first.
question. Have it ever happened to have any situation even remotely close to that ever happened to you, Miss Nick?
Who you asked that question and repeat the
I,
question?
have any of this the following above the above question that we've been statement that we've been making or the topic that we move on to, has that ever happened to anybody on the panel, where the stepfather or the boyfriend?
Not for me because I didn't have a man in the house growing up. Mommy didn't bring her boyfriends to the house like that. And when she did, they weren't sleeping over. Me in one room, them in the other room. We never shared bed or anything like that.
Hi, Barbara. Thank you for coming.
Give
Just
yourself, Barbara. I don't know anything, so yeah. I missed it up on screen, right?
Zespin.
Is she gone?
No, she's
That's
still.
me, sorry.
Yes, I was asking if anything remotely like the topic that we are on now, if it ever happened to you or to anyone that you know.
Some people I know, yes, but not me. I always carry a knife. So no.
So, do you care to elaborate on somebody that it might happen to in the past, happened to in the past? And what did you see? What did you get from it?
All I get from it is I don't really know how the ending, the conclusion of it become, but I see I've been told, sorry, what happened to them and so on with those kind of things. But I know one instance is with a boy, and sadly, I really don't know what happened to that guy. So, but it was his uncle came to his room that night and troubled him. And we don't know, his parents never believe him or whatever. He told his mom, he told his dad. They never believe him. And I don't know. The last I heard that he tried to commit suicide. I don't know if it was successful or not. I didn't get back to the story. I didn't see the guy again after that. So I really don't know what happened to him.
Jesus.
I really don't know. And I really feel it for him because it was an intelligent boy and that boy used to get all A's in school, never had a B in his life, and for that to happen to him, thank God I didn't find him in him.
It's unfair in most cases. It's very much unfair. You understand? And in
Yes,
the
but
most
what I'm talking about
instance,
what I'm talking about is a good boy who don't have those kind of things in his thought at all. When you say
mm-hmm,
when you wanted to grow up to be, it was he wanted to go into the military and then he wanted to do something else. I can't remember if he was a doctor or a lawyer, but he really loved the thought of being a lawyer to defend people and doctor to say he didn't he tell me he didn't know which one to choose. I told him once just do the both because you have the brain for it.
yeah.
I don't know. Good people like that, they destroy people life, boy. Good I don't know why. I don't know.
Listen, life is not. It's one big roller coaster. It's never fair, innit? So you
Mm,
just have to
mm.
ride the ride and know when to come off. I understand. It is it's life. It's inevitable to ride the unfair coaster. You understand? At one point in your life, you must be treated unfair one time. It must happen to you. For you, it's a learning process. But in those cases where persons have to be learning the hard way, it's unfair. You understand? When you
Yes,
have
but
the right, motivation and the right mentor. I didn't even say the right mentor. The mentor is not that influential to you. You don't have the access of getting someone that will give you the right, influence. You understand? It's very unfair
I
because
agree.
it leaves you in a vulnerable position where you don't know what you're going to do and you don't know what is happening. You don't have nobody to give you the words of encouragement, words of you know, to show you what is what, so you can make a decision. And at that point in time, now when those words are given to you and you choose to go the wrong way, then you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yes, but
Understand? Because
you have
mhm,
to also remember not everybody's mentally strong to
Mm-hmm.
overcome certain things. You have to know that because right now I'm thinking about the whole guy. I want to know if he'll be better mentally, if he's going to be in a mental place. Good, because I, those things damaging, those things are traumatizing. So some of them
yes,
they might do the same thing to other people's children. Some of them might not even to get over it, maybe can't get counseling. You don't know his situation in life. You can't really put that too much judging up on top of that person. You understand
Mm-hmm.
me? So yeah, continue though.
but all right, question. Is it a
Hmm.
case? Is it a fear or a concern? When females are going in, when they're with child, when they have a child, and they want to find love. Is it a case where any female could somebody tell me, do you fear of going into a relationship and having the other person take advantage of a child? And if so, why? And what would you do? What would you put in place? And that we need to find out now. What would you put in? Because persons would want to know. What would you put in place to ensure that doesn't happen and make everybody comfortable? So the man will
Okay,
tell me
hold
that
on a minute. Let me
comfortable.
go in the chat. Hold
Yeah.
on. Teacher P said, bless up King JR. Barbara Ashton said, Teacher P, bless up O'Neill and host of respect. Killer Vibes TV said, it bro. Teacher P said, bless up Barbara. Bill, hello. Bad Girl Western said, to be fair, lots of women have 2 and 3 jobs, and by the time them get home, it's late, so they don't even get to check on their kids. That's facts, because I went through that. Bella Vibes TV said, hey, teacher, P Downer, Bad Girl Western said, that never happened to me. My father was a dancer. I hung around lots of men, but nobody ever touched me the wrong way. Bella Vibes said, more blessings here. Teacher P said, oh, wow. Tori said, probably because they're afraid that's so sad.
I
Sasha
hope
Bridge
your father
Price,
knows some of
Sasha,
another something.
no, only fan. Uh, Sasha
Hold on,
said,
pause
night,
this.
host and co host. Teacher P Bless, Bill Bless, King, Bullseye, Torian, Western, Baggy Western said, so caller, do you think Tanya Stevens should name her rapist to protect other unsuspecting females?
I didn't even know Tanya Stevens was raped.
First time I hearing this too.
Well, no, Jesus. Daniel TV and Comedy Entertainment to big up O'Neill World. O'Neill's World. Teacher P said, hello, Sasha. Teacher P said, Daniel TV Comedy, hello. Daniel said, Teacher P,
Big up
big up.
yourself, Daniel.
Okay, so let's go to the question. She said, do you think Tanya Stevens should name her rapist to protect others suspecting women? Listen to me. If somebody touch you or rape you and all that, call name. Call name.
Honestly, you have to understand it's just a matter of if she's comfortable calling the name because probably to her she just blacked out and put it in the furthest darkest parts of her mind to say that this didn't happen and I don't want nothing to do with this, so I don't even bother to think about the person. So if
What
she's
happened if the person
comfortable
powerful?
saying the name, then fine, but you cannot force her to say you need to say that is John Brown do it, you need to say it because that's probably going to be bringing up a lot of trauma for her.
That, but she was the one who came out and said she was raped, though.
I
But when
never
did
heard
she
this.
say that though? When did this even happen? How long
That
ago?
A
was
week
saying,
ago,
Is this
like last
something that
week.
happened years ago and she's just now
No, it
talking
happened.
about
Yeah,
it?
it happened years ago, but she's just speaking about it now.
That's why they probably all did know.
ooh, okay.
No, it's an artist, she said. But I'm just saying, from my perspective, that this is a something that I have been through for years upon years upon years, and every time it happens to me, talk, and this is why me and my family don't get along, and I'm the black sheep. Hold on, Baggy Western said O'Neal is such a hottie. He needs that fan 24/7. Daniel TV said, big up, bro. Baggy Western said she says she don't think anything will be done about it because the artists will do it, have big links. It happened 20 years ago. Seven Davis and Black Guy just picture piece. Hello, Seven David. Z Million. Hi, Z Million. Say good
Big up
evening,
yourself,
everyone.
Zillion.
I just listen, it's just how we get on. Like, you know,
Hey, me can tell you this. Me feel like in my defense, cause you see, me can't even judge and say yo you rape, because me not even defend, me not defend the man cause rape is not supposed to go on. Not to him at all. The man not even consider raping a woman. Me not even like, alright, me tell you the truth, me not wrestle no woman. My wife can tell you. Me not wrestle no man, no front. You understand? None. Because you see that feeling of, feel like me I try to restrain you and take something in. Me not like that feeling there. And you could have, one of the most uncomfortable words you could have used when you talk to me, I use is rape. So you feel like I rape it. No. You make me walk out, me stay away from you because me not want to feel it. Me not want even remotely have that in my head. You know what I mean? But some woman got through it. So one of the thing, let me ask, one of the thing, if if is it a fear? Is it a fear that women will you know consider think about think twice about getting a man to even live with from married if they don't have kids going into the relationship with. Worse if it is girl, if they have if they have girl child, and if they are, what you don't want to think about what would you put in place to ensure that that doesn't happen. What would you put in place? And the people that want to have no kids, if you don't have an opinion, what would I put in a place
O'Neal the
so it
fan, we
won't
can't
happen?
hear you.
If you don't have an opinion, if you know what you would put in place, so it won't happen, give them an opinion as well. Young in a chat, big up on yourselves, the bad girl Western,
Yeah, hear me,
that.
O'Neal?
Yeah, hear me.
The fan.
I
Yeah,
can't
but
hear much either.
You can't, nobody can hear you because it's
all
the
right, hold on,
fan.
hold on. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just give me phone or tape. What wanna that do? Whether you have kids, yes or no, is it a fear of women going into a marriage or relationship and they have much have kids around, have children, whether it's theirs or them adapt them or whatnot. Is it a fear, for them to go into a relationship, having even the experience or seeing it first hand, second hand, third hand, you know, being getting abused, the kids getting abused by either the stepfather or the boyfriend or whatnot. You understand? Is it a fear? And if so, what would you do to prevent that from happening? What would you do? And the panel is opening us. Anybody else want to come? We can hold up to
Me have
10.
my last ready, Sharpen. Well sharpen.
Well, To be honest with you, it should be every woman fear. It automatically become every woman fear.
Mm-hmm.
It automatically becomes that. Now, to put things in place, that is going to be a hard thing too.
Alright, we're gonna help today. We're gonna try to help to see if we can find solutions instead of just a look at the problem.
True.
Looking at the problem and not finding the solutions that don't make sense. Because
Exactly.
it's gonna keep occurring and occurring and occurring over and over. So if we can reach one person, that one person can reach another, and that one can reach another, and maybe two more after that, and it will go on. But it can start from here.
I think it starts with parents paying more attention to their children, building a relationship with them where they could conversate. You have to build that trust with your child or your children.
True.
You understand? As I said, with my children, like me laugh and joke with them know when it's time for laugh and joke, them know when I'm serious. So it just even though we know times are hard now and work and stuff like that, but you
True.
have to, especially if you're leaving your child to go to work, or you're leaving your child for periods of time and stuff like that. You're not seeing your child. You have to create that time. You have to sacrifice the time, sacrifice something to be there for your child, even if it's one day.
All right.
True.
Today, I'm not get the most intelligent one of the most intelligent side of me today. Today, I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm not gonna
Wait, one.
talk where you're saying something.
No, you say one side, one time.
Yeah, this is a side of me that most persons don't get to see. Them not get to see the joyful, the little happy type of side of me. You understand? This is a serious side, the side that you know care about other people well-being genuinely,
Okay, hold
not
on,
only for tube.
hold on,
Now
babe.
I see why Miss Attitude marry you.
Okay, hold on, babe. Danny TV is a 7 TV. Servant David, sorry, big up. Teacher P said normally when those things happen, some family members want to keep it as a secret. That should not be.
True. True.
That's
That's the most thing.
so. Teacher P said, bless up Z Million said, hi, Teacher P. Servant David said, where's all that wind coming from? Z said, Servant David, bless up. Servant David said, teacher. Z said, bad girl, love. Servant David said, Daniel, blessings. Bad girl Western said, Servant David O'Neill over there blow him anniversary candles, hence the wind. Z said, O'Neill, your fan is low, bro. Z said, it might blow we away down. What? It might blow we away down, yeah? By your Western say, I feel like you have to watch old man treating own kids before you take him up and move him in. That's facts.
I
That's
just
true.
want
Uh,
to know why
Daniel,
women keep thinking that he treats his kids horribly and he's going to treat yours better. Why?
you know,
Why?
We are going to discuss that. Continue. We will discuss
Zimili
everything.
said, Daniel TV says Zimili. Big up. Zimili said, me too old to have kids, but most definitely I would be scared. Western said, some men go complain to side chick that, oh, my child has stressed me out. Me can't wait to get one more while. And this is the man you miss side chick want to have a child with. Oh, this is a man you miss side chick want to have a child with. Zimili said, it does not matter how long you know someone, you never know what's in their head. Facts. Zimili said that your TV high. Sarah Davis says Zimili. And let me tell you something. And that's facts where Zimili say you don't know what person have in them head.
True.
Point. Let me give you an experience that I experienced when I was pregnant. I have a almost 16-year-old daughter. When I was 9 months pregnant with my daughter, my grandmother's husband, which is not my it's kind of step grandfather, it was not my mom's father. Um, the man come for rape me big 9 month belly. Me like my bed asleep and the man hold me down.
What?
Right? Yes. And this is something that I went through. And when I went and I told my grandmother, all she do, Jesus Christ, what kind of this for me? It was all of that.
Hmm.
Yeah. When everything was set on a rug, oh, me don't want to disgrace go from me yard, whatever. It was all of that that I got. Okay,
So,
nothing to the man that. What would you
hold
do that? No.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Did he actually, was he successful in doing this? And you tell your
No,
grandmother
me
this?
fight him off with the big belly because like me now, once like he move along my arm. He move along my arm because me lay down on my back because obviously my belly is big enough I can't sleep on my belly.
Mm.
So back in the day that skirt, you drop the skirt over my breast. So me lay down and him hold along my arm. So when he hold along my arm now, I jump up and feel a restraint. So me I fight and him, him over me and stuff like that. So and me and the big belly are him until me start kick him off.
And how old were you?
I was what 16 at the time.
And grandma, all grandma have to say is you're gonna bring disgrace for her.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm,
Oh, what kind
that
of
is it.
grandmother that? Cause my grandmother said any day name there that something that happened. As much as she was a pastor, she said she had to. She
But
said
that's
she had
that goes to show you that some parents them basically with my family I can speak about my family, I can't speak about anybody else. But my family they swept a lot of things under the rug. So because she wasn't doing anything about it, anybody when me say when me could have tell her well, listen to me, I told it. Me tell everybody.
And what did they say and what did they do?
So they had conversations, whatever, and then little bit after that, me leave and come a friend. But I was really angry because leading up to that, there were so many things that happened and stuff like that, and because of her reputation around the neighborhood and stuff like that, she was
Me
protecting her
see why.
reputation.
Now
So
we're saying it's a prideful family.
yes,
I
You know,
see.
I said this is why you always hear them people you come out there trying to say, "Oh my gosh, he is such a good man and his wife is such a nice lady." I would
lie.
never think something like this would happen. Obviously, because them people are hide it.
True.
It's not like it's just because Una just a hear about it, but it's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me, look so we can analyze something and so we can find a solution. All right, watch this. I've listened. I'm listening and I've listened to all what you females have to say about it. And in my defense, I have never experienced it before. But guess what? I feel compelled enough to see if I can come up with a solution. I might not come up with the best solution, but in the case of me having some a good idea and you have something to add, you know, to create it or to help to create that perfect solution, please feel free to put in your input, whether it's in the chat or on screen. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. There's an artist, a music artist or DJ or whatever. But that we all know, a very popular one, that said something on an interview. And it is it's somewhat relatable. He said, if you allow me and my music to grow your child, then you have already lost your child. And I agree. And that artist was Vibes Cartel. Because what he is doing is making his bread. That's what he makes. That's what he uses to make his money to feed his family. You understand? Whatever he wants to do is his free will. So the words that he used to say, if you allow me and my music or my music to grow your child, you have already lost. He is most and definitely correct because guess what? You have the responsibility to teach your kids and to observe whether or not if they are doing the right thing, yes or no. Because guess what? It's like you have a pipe, you're going to a house, or you buy a cylinder. Let me use something more detrimental. You buy a cylinder and you know that, listen, the stove and everything all right when you buy it brand new. So that the stove and everything would be your kids. You understand? And you just say, well, here what no man. Let's go and use the stove, strike, cook food. So you keep teaching the kids, not observing the main thing, the vessel or the words that you're using or whatever you're using to instill in the kids. So that would be the pipe, you know, the vine. You understand? So if you don't check that vine or check that pipe every once in a while to ensure that everything is okay, ensure that pipe is not crystallized, it can burst at any time. You're not doing a good job. It's all fine and dandy when you do all the cooking and make all that kind of something, make a bake all something in the oven. But if you don't check you could be cooking one of these days and just blow up in your face. You understand? So you have to check from time to time, and everything that it might seem fine and dandy at that time, and you just be reluctant. You just ignore the fact that it's a possibility that the hose can go bad, and you're cooking one of these days and the stove was burst and the gas leak out and the fire where you have light already, it just catch and blow you up, kill you. You understand? You might survive, you might not. So I'm saying this to say, please, the solution for me is to check with your kids from time to time, you know, and be more, yeah, as what Fulla didn't say, be more correspond with your kids, correspond. So don't make them feel uncomfortable. You understand? Because it's not the man responsibility or whosoever responsibility to grow your kids. Is the father and you, which is the mother, responsibility to grow the child. So if you are split up for any reason, any reason at all, between you and the father, and you have to go in the next relationship. But if it's a father have the child and him have to go in the next relationship, him have to be more vigilant and observe as well. So don't, we don't want nobody to sit down and say, oh, they put the blame on the man or whatnot. The man of him look dirty mentality. There's nothing that you did or could do in the past, because you wouldn't have met that person to even change them, because you don't know what them got through enough for them past. Him gonna get all raped to and him say it feel good, so that means it feel good to the other person. Or maybe that's what he grew up on. So him say, alright, well, me I gotta just do it because of whatnot. Which is just wrong. You understand? So the solution is just correspond with your child and just question. Ask question. Obvious questions, yes. Ask the obvious questions. Questions where you might say, well, you feel like, say, yo, yeah, see it. It's not everything glistens is gold, innit? So you ask. You go check the gold. Draw something on it and see if you go see black brands on that. You understand? Because that gold would I just want to keep it glistening, just want to keep it shine, just want to look good same way. But deep under that goal is just some bad something and of value. Just a decrease over and over and over. It's a decrease. So now just keep the value of your child up. You understand? Ensure that you check the shining and ensure that it keeps shining. And make it decrease. So that make them self-esteem deteriorate inside. And you not noticing. Because you say, yo, everything look fine on the outside. It must be fine on the inside. You understand? So you can check the comments for me. And so what is what. If anybody else have an opinion.
Daniel said, Historian, Zimilan said Historian. That's it, everything else. Oh, hold on. Tori said, and it's just entertainment, can't take everything in music serious.
You.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So people, when I just keep it real, just try to understand the kids. Try to listen them. Listen.
Yeah.
Not all the time you just a chat. Listen to what them have to say. Try to instill it from a young age. So when I come to you and say, Daddy, boy, it's your baby shark and it, try to listen. So growing up, they will always feel like they can come to you. Yeah, you know, we can't tell you, My daughter says certain things every minute she calls, she asks her something, every time, every God almighty time my daughter calls, she asks me for something. You think me disregard her until I say, listen, stop asking for things. Me just
Mm-hmm.
respond at kind, respond in kind. So if she said that I want that and that, but I say, all right, Tashanil, I can't deal with that. I'll try my best to get you that, but
Stop it.
I'm unable to get you that. And that give her the opportunity to come back to me again, because she can ask me again. Because me not turn her down in a harsh way. I say, yo, listen, don't ask me for nothing. You beg too much. Or your girl trying not to beg too much. No. I don't respond to her in a hostile way. Because when you do that to kids, it will shut them down, lock them down. Them
And
don't
go
want to
turn
come
to
to you
someone else.
and turn to and that is where you will go wrong. That's why Vibes Cartel say I agree with it. If you allow my words to influence your kids, you have already lost as a parent. You understand? So them not feel like them to listen to you. Them gonna listen to the song. Them use the song as a influential. You're not being influential as a parent to that kid. So try to listen from a tender age. If they come to you with foolishness, because people love ask questions.
That's
So
how
you
they
can't
learn.
you can't tell me say and them will steer in your mouth when you talk. So you can't tell me say a child well you constantly a bark off of them like you're a dog and I
Mm-hmm.
deal with them like them yeah. You ask me nothing. Who you are? Don't come to me. Oh, this F off. How with the BB clock, you don't allow me alone. Blah, 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 blah. They will shut down and they will turn to other persons, and that's where you would lose. You're lost. You lose them there, so then them not gonna try to keep things from you, whether it's something bad happening to them or good.
Come,
So
You
come,
I do the
understand?
same thing.
or
Yeah.
leaving the room. Come.
So when you try to listen at a tender age, it starts from when you're young. So when them a listen to you, and you listen to them, you can influence them. Because I say, yo, I'm a role model, I'm a superman, I'm a super, actually I'm a superwoman. Listening to kids, it's very much, it can be, you think it's so easy, sometimes, easy, but guess what? It's your responsibility. Once you go in the world of trying to establish you having a child or you go without you got to have to take up the responsibility. And the responsibility comes with patience and a listening ear. Because once you make that child turn to somebody else that is not a great influence or a good influence to them, you are going to regret it. And then when you hear things like, oh, the stepfather raped me, or the stepmother abused me, and this and that from somebody else, you're going to be in your feelings and you're going to feel bad and all these things. Because you say, look, there, come and talk to them. No, but you talking to them, if you like you don't talk to them, what happened to the instance that you've been, the other times that you've been giving them some harsh words and some back off? Well, give them the option of shutting down and going to somebody else. You know, look on that. You gotta look and say, oh, this people ungrateful. Oh, me used to talk to them and then say, me tell them everything where me could have tell them and you ball and I look and you now look on where you could have gone wrong. You
So
understand? But you, yeah, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna kill myself because what you look how me talk to this pitney and I listen. What give you the feeling to say, listen, me did, me did put my all night and listen. Kids require a listening ears to, because as they said before, that's how they learn. They listen and
mm-hmm.
they
O'Neil,
replay what they see.
O'Neil.
Yeah.
But seriously, any parent thinks once you have a child, they will automatically listen to you, then you're a fool.
All right.
You're a fool.
Okay. Okay.
Because not, children don't listen to parents like that. These children, they're babies. They will not listen. They will do the opposite all the time.
Okay.
So
Kids.
whoever parents think that mostly in their head, they shouldn't even have children to begin with.
Yeah. And that's another thing, Sometimes things happen, You understand? Things happen and kids come about. You know, they are a blessing. They're never a curse. Because many people use terms like they're a blessing, but they're a curse. They can't be a curse. They're a blessing, and they're only blessings.
I'll
The
tell
only,
you when it becomes a curse. When
mm-hmm.
the sins of the father pass down the child, that's when it becomes a curse. Because the child in the curse now is what you used to do to before is a curse. And sometimes you're wondering why the child going down like that. But you have to remember what you used to do from young too.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
they don't think like that. They don't think they used to think those kind of things, so the child will think those kind of things. You see? So that's the next sad part.
but I don't believe in superstitious things, innit? Because my father is a very I don't know if it, but my father did a, a fighter. My father a real fighter. When I say fighter, I mean he used to do kickboxing and stuff, and he was a fighter in real life, as in fight film life. But him
Okay.
have him bad ways. Them him used to shatter my mother some years as, and in the result of that, one of my mother hearing is she have she is unable to hear us. Oh, she should be hearing out of one of our hearing. You understand? But
Hmm.
what you know you I don't beat women. Not because him used to do it, me I gotta do it. I don't beat women. You understand? Because I was taught differently by other persons that me look up to. You understand? I was taught wrong from right. I choose to take the right thing out of all wrongs. I choose to look on all the positivities out of the negativities. You understand? I use negative energy to create a positive energy or a positive drive. I use bad habits and bad attitude to create a challenge for myself to see if I can make it right or change it. You understand?
What
That's
makes
how
you
I
go
put
into that
myself.
direction to begin with?
What make me go into that direction?
Yes.
All right, let
Because
me
you
see
could
how
easily
best.
choose bad, but you decide to choose good. What was the thinking behind that? What was the thought?
Okay, let me say me can, cause I myself I have only one little piece, but guess what? Let me tell you a little quick story about me. Let me tell you a quick story about O'Neill's world. So
Okay.
I was like anybody else back in the days. You know, I was grown majority of my life. Well, not majority. When I was young, I used to be on my mother's back when my mother go work and all them things there. Until me start go school, she have left from work, domestic work. She used to do. She and my father was having disputes, and my father
Yeah.
he was an ill person after a certain time. I don't know at what point he became ill, schizophrenic. You
Mm,
understand?
I
But
understand that.
yeah, started behaving
Hmm.
some
Hmm.
type of way,
Yes,
and
I understand what it is.
yeah. So my mom, she's a strong woman. You understand? So I my mother moved out of the house where I was living with my father because she was getting abused left, right, and center, box down and all them something there. So she had to go. She had to do what she had to do, and I was with my mom because I was at a young age. So when my mom dropped me at school, she have to. go to work, which are domestic work she used to do, wash, cook and clean for people. And then when she done, she have to come for me at school. And when carry me back at work, me have to sit down wait till she finish work. And then she have to carry me upon her back. I go carry me upon her back as I drop asleep. You understand? For reach home, and when we reach home, sometimes when I have the right, she not have the money to do certain things because she have to pay rent, a light and water. Sometimes, I've grown on the most hardest of life. Mother have no oil, not there. She have to mix up. She mix some flour, water and flour, and drop it in a frying pot. That makes some toto. You understand? Get out some sugar and water and mix that and drink that and eat that and go on my bed and feel good. You understand? So my time I crave feed. So growing up, I guess I've looked on how hard she had it with me, and that would I rather get kids. When I grow up, I say, oh, one a couple kids. See all them things that my mother go through with me. Me not want that happen to my kids them in the future. So I automatically started to choose because she taught me right from wrong. She was teaching me right from wrong. Because when I go in a people place, because you remember, she picked me up from school and carry me to people place where she do her domestic work, And as a child always touches.
True.
You understand? So you have to instill in them, say, oh, listen, don't touch that, don't go there, so don't move
Yeah.
from there. So I had to listen. She taught me right from wrong. She said, O'Neill, don't touch that. That is very. And if you want to have Ray, as me know, say your food hard to get to eat. And you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And I've never saw my mother cry to say, well, life hard for her. But she would talk and, her face would make up on something, but you never see her cry. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'll always try to comfort my mom. I always try to look upon it to say, but then I was a very, you know, direct person to myself. Mother say, yo, I really that, yo, you know what I want to do? Let's say a situation happened where my mother walk with me upon her back. And I say, you know, I want to buy my mother a car, so my mother can't stop walk with me upon her back. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. My aspirations were very high as a child.
That's
You
good.
understand? And me not use, you say, bad things when them tell me, say, I can't do. Me use it as a drive. A fluid, me come like a rocket fuel. Tell me, say, I can't do, it's like you tell me, say, go and go do it. Do it for the better. You understand? So I became, very driven. And I started to make my own, own little theory in my head, how more live life, how more other persons fulfill life, and all these type of things. Until I started living with my sister and her husband. You understand? And they showed me a lot, especially her husband. He instilled certain qualities in me. He taught me how to read. Because boy never so good for him reading because my mother couldn't read like that. You understand? And
Mm-hmm.
she still can't read like that. I'm not making a better. That's why I respect. That's why I'm trying to judge people when them can't, because me know things that my mother go through. So if somebody say them can't read something, certain people, like I up to the other day when up on the road, and somebody has said to me, say, because I can't see very properly without certain things. You have to zoom up and draw it. It have to be very big. So somebody
Yeah.
see me on the road and they had a piece of paper. And instantly, is a big woman, and instantly me look me and say, my mother, me and say, John, don't start. She said to me, say, yo, me not look upon her in a way, me not make she feel uncomfortable. When she asked me and she not know, she couldn't pronounce the name, I said, okay, all right, spell it for me, and I tell you what it is. And she spelled it, and I told her where it was. You understand? I didn't have her feeling uncomfortable because make me say, well, all right, me know so she can't read. Me look upon her in a way, and she said, first she noticed, me know she can't read. I just asked her, spell it for me. She spelled it. I told her where it is. I have this need to have, to drive persons to do better. I have this need, I have this drive. I'm just selfless when it comes to making everybody else a better person, and then then some.
Fuller,
So
is that true?
she look like she gone.
Huh? Did you say?
Everything he said there with the drive, that's true? I have
Mm-hmm.
to confirm,
Yeah, hold on. Let me go in the chat one moment.
Mhm.
Zimili said bonding with kids is very important. All things Anna say, hey, O'Neill, Fuller, Zimilian, Daniel, David. Zimili said rest of Anna.
Big up
So
Anna, big
David
up.
said Anna blessings. All things Anna said, Miss Torian, Sasha, teacher, bad girl. Western said, can we please stop telling our kids that if them bad Santa and not give them nothing, just tell them the truth. Mommy ain't got a job. Daddy over there look after somebody else's child, so the money not there. My kids, me not do the whole Easter bunny. Listen to me. Me name Santa, my pocket name Santa. They don't know nothing but no Santa business. All things Anna said, King, Bulls, Bagay was said, big up Anna. Sarah David said, it's like I don't believe every child. Sarah David said, O'Neill, you're really telling me that a blessing buried my cousin. Tori said, Fuller not marrying any workless man, right? This so. Right there, so Tori.
Hit that chat finish.
Um,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So it is very important to keep your sanity and think strategically. And me can tell you,
Good cheap.
yeah, I've been in situations where me have to stop and think, as acting out of pure emotions always turn out to be the better way.
True,
You understand? Because emotions can lead you wrong, and think about what you're doing before you do it.
true.
So I say, so people me beg gonna do. Just use initiative and look at common sense wanna have, and with a little patience. Stop and think before. You understand? Alright, something happened with my wife the other day.
Mm-hmm.
She said a detergent. I wasn't there, me never did it, so I don't know what is what. She
Mm-hmm.
said the detergent, she just buy the detergent the other day.
True.
She just buy the detergent and the detergent drop and the whole lot leak out. Her comment was, I must somebody there play with it or pull it and whatnot, so it drop and all the car come off. As must somebody there and pull it. And instead of me, you know, in a one bag of back and forth with her, I just said what I had to say and said later when you start think whatsoever, talk to you about. I don't know if she even realized or even look into it to say, well, listen, if something with a cork drop, it can drop and fly off because it is not a bolt or a screw it wind way down. It can drop and the cork fly off. Versus if it drop on the right on the top and drop at an angle, it will drop off and fly off.
True.
You understand? So, and she started behaving very pissed because she just bite.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding it, you just bite, use out tight, use much out tight, etc. and all like that's right. But that's just pure emotion. That is replaceable. You
And that is
understand?
dangerous emotion. You have a emotion run like that. I'm good.
Yeah, it
As
is
a
it
lot of
is
women have those kind of things. I mean, those kind of emotion we just run based on the emotion until they feel better, then they calm down and all of that.
Yeah, I
yeah.
forget all the look of frustration. ND NW Mario 9999 to all things Anna send me. Thank you for coming.
Big up yourself, big up yourself.
Listen, imagine if everybody you take your last money and buy something and it just dash you so. Tell me say I wouldn't be pissed off.
Not no money must come back full of lot, man. It's too
No,
terrible.
no. Mm-mm.
You see,
Me
that is
never
it.
gonna think that one day.
You're a
No,
terrible bad boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
no.
saying though, because listen, see when things is replaceable, you do
Yes,
you'll be angry at the time, yeah. But guess what? Don't do think worse. A child is kids. It's kids. It's not an adult where you can tell
there
them,
shouldn't even be a anger in it, O'Neill. It shouldn't even
yeah,
be no anger in there. You can buy it back.
yeah, all right. There are instances where when I was with my kid, one of my babies, that is my son, and he was doing something, and I took out my belt. And I said, no, why me I lick it? I approached a different way. And you know what? You know what he needed? Comfort.
Yeah.
Comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Cause me take out my belt for go stop him because he might act up and whatnot, you know. So I say, no man. Challenge this a challenge me, you know. So I say, alright, different way. I say, what happened, Papi? What happened? Come here. And him there cry. Okay, come here, I'm gonna put him on my chest because right then and there, it's because he's not living with me. But when he was living with me, I used to block him away. I make him jump
Yeah.
asleep on my chest.
Okay.
So I forgot that for that instance. I forgot that. You understand? Because in them
Yeah.
some used to spoil him. Anytime I drop asleep, I put him in my chest. Because he was my firstborn.
Okay.
You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
he, he grew up now and grew up a little. You understand? It was, I think it was 7, 8 thereabout. And him want comfort in a film head him want back when he used to get when father used to give him. So
Ah.
me act up now and I say, no man, something else is there. I'm just say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna put on the bed and I said, Papi, come here. What? I kiss him on the front. Daddy love you, come here. I'm just put him on my chest. Right away. He hug me up, lie down on my chest, and drop asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So right there and then me looking at myself and I say, you see it? Just because me
Now,
stop
when certain
and me
children
think.
act up, it's because of a reason. And sometimes because they're ready to give trouble. That's the first thing coming to every parent mind. I notice Jamaican parents really. They always feel it's trouble they give, but it's something psychological behind of it. Why they acting up?
I told my wife that, but me no know. You see, if you need if I'm going to say if I say something, I'm not going to say it for the worse. I'm going to say it for the better. As in, me not gonna tell you if you do something when it comes pertaining to the kids, for you do it for the worse. I'm going to say because I want me know and if me know about it. It's experience me I talk about. Because I love picnic. Bad. What me say bad
Hi,
mean?
Mr. the
Bad.
Muffet. Thank you for coming.
Big up yourself, Mumford. You understand? So my advice to people, just listen to your picnic them and just do it because when you allow them to shut down and go to other people for advice, other people for encouragement, that is when you're going to lose. You're going to lose out. You're not going to have the control over your own child. You understand? You're not going to have control over your own child. That's what I'm saying. Hold your path.
Babe, how long are you saying?
So, you want to sleep?
Well, so next year, drop asleep and you take a nap this afternoon, naka. Me never sleep. So, oh yeah, drop asleep again.
You have jobs.
You know, much time here, sir. I realize, I'm gonna ask you to drop off at the time. Huh?
At what time now?
6 minutes.
7:53.
6 minutes to 10. Sorry.
Wake up,
All
man.
right.
Sorry.
Right. That's me. What's so end then? You're going to end soon because you know it thing go. You understand? But
You look like you live
people,
life too late because you can't stay up.
mm, I would have look at, I make a, yeah,
Listen. And I tell them good night. Tell them good night.
Hey, Lucas snore like any big somebody.
Tell them good night. Let me turn out the light.
Get out of my back.
Hold on. Tell them good night. Lift up your head.
you understand? But
I pick off my eye.
people,
Tell them
uh, uh, what time you say? How much it is? What time you say? 9 what?
9:55.
7:54.
Alright, what else? Uh, we're going to just run it off to 10 o'clock and just call it. You
It's gonna be
understand?
2 hours.
Isn't it? Yeah, 2 hours. You know what I'm You want to sleep. You
Stop it, Lucas.
understand?
Stop it.
So people, wanna just listen to the kids. You see me in the case of getting married and stuff. I don't know why majority women crave it and majority men don't. I still can't come to the conclusion. You understand? Because in one hand, it is religious. It is said in the Bible, find a wife, you find something good or whatnot, whatnot. Every man must have a wife or whatnot, whatnot, whatnot.
That's not what it says, man.
Something like that. Not even
A
remember, but
man that
who can
finds a
correct?
wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. That's what it says.
Yeah, yeah.
Amen.
You understand? So it is written in the Bible, and it has a lot to do with all the religion and all these things. But at the same time, persons don't really jump in a marriage like that and have to end up divorce. Because divorce is not. I don't know why them even create divorce. You're married, you're not married to get divorced. You're married to spend the rest of your life with the person because you make a
In
lot of
case
vow.
you realize that this man is a piece of crap and you're like, I'm not gonna stay here, and I'm gonna beat out your daylight, I must stand there and
Mm-hmm.
take a beating every day. No.
But you know, so a whole heap of man, as soon as them ring put on them finger, the man like say, you're my property, me own your backside. Hold on, let me read some comment, yeah. Me stay up. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Hold on, guys. Zimeli said please thumbs up the live and share out if you can. Guys, Zimeli said welcome.
Yes.
NW Mario. Mixer Muffat said good night to the host and everyone in the chat. Mixer Muffat said a lot
Big
of
up, big
women
up.
are taught that marriage is something like a great return on their investment. Can't bother.
Yeah.
So
Hold on.
this will
Here what make her change up a little the topic a bit. Do
Yeah.
you believe that a husband can rape his wife?
Backside no. Backside no.
Let me hear one officer. Do you believe that a husband can rape his wife?
Alright. No
Me
is no.
never hear the words of me a think come out of your mouth to say
No
that
is no.
again.
No is no. So in a matter if you're married, yes or no. So from a woman say no, is no. Because she have a choice, she have a brain of her own. She have free will. Not because you're not married, you don't become one. You become one, yes. But guess what? It is you becoming one is in certain aspect. Sex is a choice. You have a choice whether or not. Because if you're sick, you can't have sex. So why not if she don't feel for it, you can't just say, well, alright, leave it. It would be a problem if it is on a regular basis, but guess what? If the words no come out of her mouth, it can be if you take it without her consent, it is rape. It doesn't matter how weird it is rape if you take it without her consent. Sex is a consensual act, isn't it? So if you if the woman take it without the man consent, although he got erected, because that's what he.
I wish you a laugh. Why you laughing?
That is what in nature. You understand? It's still no. No
so
means no.
Moffat said, as Oni said, no, it's no.
So
Hmm.
why you laugh to this?
It's just the way I interpret it. I'm sorry. Leave me alone and throw me out. You know what, I'm going to sleep then?
Come think say you laugh at his answer. And
No. Sorry. 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 Mm-mm.
if I can see you talking and then hear you.
Ear time.
Hmm.
I'm going to sleep.
You understand? So yeah, no means no. That no means no. I don't know. I don't know what nobody is. But if anybody want to pop up quick and fast, and can pop up on the screen, innit?
Hold on, let me read some comments.
So mixing with Muffats, are you saying that if she's telling him no more than once, more than him she's saying yes, him have a right to take it by force? Is that what you're saying?
Hold
Yeah,
on. 3
leave.
million say Moffat's. Hey, Moffat's. Moffat say they have invested a lot of their heart into the relationship and they and don't want to lose out on the effort. Moffat say yes, husband can rape him wife. As O'Neill say, no is no. Mixing with Moffat say, hold on. But suppose she tell him no more, uh, more than what?
Yes.
But suppose she tell him more no than yes. Charlie Pin said no joke. Mixing Moffat said people answered that. Daniel TV said. Anna Daniel said mix it with the Moffat. Listen, I can't speak for anybody, but this is my thing, right? In my marriage, we it doesn't matter like if we're mad. Like I will not withhold sex from my husband. That's just a pact that we made. Again, everybody, in their marriage, everybody them do
Your
them thing
situation is
different.
different.
If yeah,
And on top of that, you really enjoy it. It is
right? Don't give
worse
up.
if the man just can't understand. So, me need to move your waist like this. And them just do something and it just now work. And every time you probably I'll just feel sorry for them. Just make you get them a look at one piece. And then I wonder why you're not mourn. Come in I feel a fucking thing. That's why me not mourn.
No,
Me
stop me. I enjoy myself
not.
out and it done me still mad with you, right? This so
Think too easy here, but not feel a fucking thing. Think cheesy. But watch this. Alright, let me tell
I
you,
told you
Moffat,
otherwise if
how
me
would you
can't
say the thing?
fake. So if me not like him, me not do it.
okay.
Alright, let me tell you, my boss. You see, you would already know what it is that a woman crave when you just start. So if you just there with her, you will know before you even marry her, say, oh listen, she likes sex or she don't, innit? And if you get into a marriage or whatnot and have kids and you realize that stop or it goes down, there must be a reason. Try to find that reason. Because once it's that it tones down or go down a little, excuse will be made that yo, listen, you can't just want sex every day, so you know, yeah. But there's a reason behind it. You know, look it up and tell us, yo, listen, is it because make it spontaneous no more, or treat me like we used to treat me before, as in carry me go a little spot or whatnot. That's why I did the video that I put out. I mean, send a little thing from what me, brother. I save my money for do that, It's not like me rich, brother. I ain't rich. Me have my business, yes, but me have the money where my business I make, me have to put back in my business.
Look, your head is in the
You
way.
understand? Me have 3 bike and 1 car, yes, but some of it is earned by me and my wife. You understand? But me not make because me not earn whatever me behave like me can't do what me have to do. Because me in Jamaica, me can't do something where make you understand all over US money stronger than Jamaican money. It's not like me I sell it over there on a regular basis. I mean say Ray, you understand? A one good thing you cannot take her for granted, innit? Nobody take no woman for granted, likewise woman never take man for granted. That's what I'm saying. So if sex drop, something must be there. Just stop, listen, observe, and even looking at yourself and see where you are going wrong, or if it's that something that she's doing wrong, or you need to sit down and talk and clarify, clear it up or something. Cause them thing there, brother, me can tell you, brother.
Hold on, babe. Stick up in. Moffat said, no, I'm not saying him for rape, but she can get bondo. Moffat said, me not promote rape, but if she constantly say no, I think he gets a pass to go outside.
Make
Yeah,
him go and then just keep yourself protected.
Moffat say, hey,
And I
some
let me
woman
know.
vex over some simple things, And if you tell you, Moffat say, sometimes it can become so frustrating to always try to find out what you as her spouse did or did not do. I mean, this is my opinion. Some women, they're mute, right? Some women, you do some things to them and them just stay mute. And some woman like me, I'm gonna tell you my mind, right? So it just you have to just figure out who your partner is. I just think that would be your best duty.
And Mark, Moffat, let me tell you. It's the first since me and my wife together, before we were married. It's the first we do something of that magnitude. You understand? Because me save for that. You got me? Save for you. So it could have been done. We could have taken it and say, put it on the can and say, you buy food for eat. But at that time, it won't be memorable because of food.
I must say, oh, you can be one plate of food.
You understand? Because of food. So, when
Boy.
right now, me guarantee you, she can turn around and look and say, John, that's my
Yes, come here, look
face.
for my bouquet. Yeah, chat going.
And say, yo, right now, the bouquet there. It's just a
Right from your
reminder.
dresser.
And if the flowers, because eventually it will die. You understand?
Me
When it
have one
dies,
for picture, yeah?
she have a teddy bear. So she can have memory and the real reason why me even make a video. I don't whether somebody want to believe it, yes or no. The real reason why I make a video is because if it's in the instance that something might happen to that teddy bear or something might and the flowers might die, there's a video on YouTube that is always there. She can go look back on it
Boy,
and
go out with himself.
notice how I did it, making sure that it was delivered in the time of she doing her live. So she have it from fear live. So she have she have opportunity to go and look at it at will. She can private it if she wants. She have it at her own disposal. She can take out a piece and put what she want to put it. Anything she want to do with it. You understand? So sometimes you have the thrill of some women getting certain things. You know, a man will stay so, but me is a giver. Me not really like, me not really look out for receive like that. So when people ask me what she give me, that not really matter to me. You
You're
understand?
surprising me. I don't know we're in a self. Boy, I'll get surprised. Because him
You
thinks him
understand?
can't get surprised.
Just
No.
so that she pop up on your door. Hi, babe. Take off your clothes.
Sorry, God, truth.
I,
All you
I,
see is, hi, babe. Take off your clothes right now. Strip.
Yeah, that story.
all right. Well, in that case, me I like to know. You understand? Because I want to be prepared.
I
What
lied.
if
Me, I was surprised him, Tori. I am.
she, but I, she,
Me have only for sister lad. They will help me do it. Mix up Moffat said disclaimer. This is no, hold on. Servant David says Moffat, big respects to you, Aya. Moffat says Servant David. Let me yeah, read backward. Disclaimer, this is not what's going on with me, okay, LOL. So yes, sir, Moffat. Moffat said bless up, Servant David my general. Moffat say, hey guys, on a loving bad LOL. Nothing. Make some of us say, keep it up, Zine. Right there, so. Now worry yourself, Tori, surprise boy.
mm-hmm.
Him would have
Well,
small no, because him don't want surprises. Him not like them something there. That's why I want to know. No worry yourself, me just make one couple phone call and we get it started out. Him not have to come out airport, come pick me up. Me have one for
I'm
me.
going to tell him I'm very observant. Can nobody
What's
can
from
trick
you,
with him,
so?
brother.
Now listen to him, but very observant.
Me not get tricked easily.
Oh, really?
Really. Seriously.
We ain't gonna film that one. No one yourself. We're not gonna see reaction and everything, my love.
She knows that I'm not one for reaction. Reaction
God,
like that.
nobody no catch him. That's the thing.
It,
Nobody no catch him.
you can't tell me say nobody not catch me. You have to ask. There have
Any,
been
anyways,
there have been
okay.
efforts attempts to try to do that. And when them do it, it's just that me not really. I'm not one for a receiver. I
Them
like
that
to give.
them that look attempt that was mediocre. Yeah.
All right, if you say so.
I'm never have the attitude
Right
touch.
there, so right there, so. No yourself. Me plan it, me plan something good. Leave me a laugh. The Moffat said something no. You can't go and talk to the Moffat. We not listen to you.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's how it go. So anybody want to think otherwise,
Him
go
afraid in
something.
a real life. Here I'm telling you something. Him afraid in a real life.
I don't try to paint them picture. Oh no, afraid.
Him
I'm never
afraid.
scared.
Let me tell you something. I'm afraid in our real life. Yes. We could set it up. We are getting why.
And the thing, I really want it back for her, but she could have tried. And then when she tried, me,
Or if you
with that,
backfire upon me, I'm going to plan it down to the T, sir.
she go backfire upon her. And she go
Okay.
bad. That she want to get out of me, she ain't going to get that. She'll get it from somebody else. She'll get it from herself.
So me not got hotel if you. Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
If you not jump and split and all of something, then me not go walk with you.
Well, that you ever do, because I tell you, I'm not one for them things. I've never done that, and I will never ever do it because
You say, but me feel sometimes, you see.
I'm not that person.
Whatever. You say, but
Yeah,
me feel.
that's how it go.
Me just want to ounce a Jim Carrey in him. Just a ounce.
No, sir, and I see me jump on all the way there. Little woo 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 woo. No, sir. I try to keep grounded and steady mind, focus. When you get too emotional and whatnot, you don't
Yeah, they.
think straight.
Yeah, they.
Boy.
You don't think
Anyway,
straight.
people. Now put on your palm practice, yeah?
So people big up on themselves, you know, they in chat, yeah. How much people there? How much million people there?
3 million people. Okay, so 3 million said, but O'Neill, you do not know what it's going to be. Right there, so. You don't know nothing. He's just grabbing a peer ear in my grab.
No, I don't grab for nothing because me not really expect nothing.
And
Me
that's
not
the
take
perfect
promise.
thing. You don't know, babe.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm observant. I'll observe something and not
O'Neill,
say.
observe what? You know what me a plan?
I
No.
don't. Anyways, they will leave it at that. Because you know, it make no sense. Make no sense.
You can't one dog go give him. Can't one look at you walk go give you. All right,
Make
good
no
night,
sense.
Muffat. Muffat said, take care.
Big up yourself, comfort.
But enough
Stance, innit?
love. Zimele said, me believe her right there, so. Muffat said, hey, me I go make a move, you know. Okay, LOL. All right, bless upon yourself.
Bye bye.
Have a great rest of your week, guys. Make sure so Monday morning, for that work on time. Do not be late. Okay?
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
brother.
Melinda, Jesus.
You
I
know,
went
say
to
Monday come
sleep,
too quick,
Jesus.
though. No,
Mm-hmm.
man. Monday, this are 2 day. Nothing was for me on one day. No, man. Them should have an extra holiday, man. No, sir.
You know,
So
so
big
me
up on
sit on the
yourself.
phone screen crack and me not know when it crack.
You're lying. See me, let's say, buy my fat already. We say, man has love and respect, woman. Okay.
You're are. Go drink some coffee.
I'm sorry. Good night, everyone. Tori, good night, Tori. Sarah David say, hip hip hooray to you all. On the walk, good yet? Say to you.
Big up
Zimili
yourself.
said it's 4:13 a.m. Glad I am off tomorrow. Right? That's so girl. You
Lie
Now
can't
down and get
watch
act
some
me
like you.
crack
I'm
sleep.
my
work every day.
car.
Bye, Tori. Kiss Luca for me.
Now why? Look at mommy. Sorry, attitude is saying good night.
Good night, Luca.
I'll put this phone in and see if she answers. Alright. Look at
Night,
mommy.
night,
Luca.
Luca.
Can I see her?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, this flash, relax. I don't know if it's dark. Mommy.
Good night, Luca.
Mm-hmm. Big up to all who pass through and don't know things that enough respect all times, you know.
Thank you,
Big up
guys.
to all who I
Simile
get for
said,
pass
bye,
through.
guys. Have a blessed night. Blue art right there, so.
Oh, enough love to email. Mwah, baby. Son, let's email, baby. Enough love and everything, though. You understand? Tory, thanks for the year we do your thing and stuff. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, no problem.
You know, maybe next week, in a week, maybe go live again. I'm not sure. So what is what. Depends on what the situation is and stuff. So enough love to everybody way forward. Everybody when I get forward. Everybody it's got in bed, sleep, tired and all these things. God bless you know, you understand?
Good night, everyone.
So big up on yourself. Enough love. Out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.